Thank you for joining us on the channel. We have a lot of nice watches on the website and in store. Let's look at a few of them. We start here today with a Rolex Cellini 4017. I call it the King Midas Cellini because of the angular shape case. It's in white gold and it's from the mid-70s and it has a really cool feature. So the dial that was initially blue, has faded to a very cool green color. The cool thing about it is the watch itself was never made in green, so it's really a kind of unique thing that somebody can express his taste with. I really love it. The white print on the dial is still very good. The hands are original. The dial shows a little bit of oxidation on the sides and also slightly traces of the original blue dial color in the bottom. Very cool watch, original crown. It has a original strap and a generic buckle. Very cool for those who like Cellinis and also who like Midas models and say, okay, the bracelet's too heavy for me, or the watch with bracelet is too expensive for me. These Cellinis 4017 in the full size are very attractively priced on the market, and so is this one. Next thing, Piaget. If I show you the watch, you'll probably guess this is a Cartier. No, it's a Piaget watch. It's a Piaget tank, and it's got a cool feature. It's in yellow gold. I believe the size is slightly on a smaller size, maybe for a gentleman with a tiny wrist, with a smaller wrist, or a lady can wear it equally. It has a cool Clous de Paris hobnail finishing on top of the case, on the flanks, and also on the sides. The case engravings are very sharp, the hallmark is sharp, very nicely retained. It has a croco strap, and I really like this folding clasp here. Look at this. It's like a one-side folding clasp which has a Piaget logo and looks a little bit like a belt buckle. Very nicely retained, cool watch. This is not listed yet. Some of the other watches are already listed. Let's start with Rolex. I have here a fantastic 1005 Oyster Perpetual from 1976 in yellow gold. This watch is a time capsule. I don't need to show you only the stretch. I can show you the case back sticker. It has a flawless champagne dial with untouched hands, untouched dial, absolutely crazy. And the beautiful thing about it as well is that the gold has kind of oxidized and is showing patina from age in some areas, especially in the ridges of the bezel. It looks very dark. On the sides, slightly darker. On the back, darker. On the links even. We don't have any scratches on the clasp. We have some handling marks on the bracelet. This is Swiss made and it's 14 karat gold. This is also one of the reasons that these show nice patina and it looks a little bit more on the yellowish side. Condition wise, I think this is the peak, the best you can get for someone who wants to wear the best condition gold watch that is in his budget. This is great. We've very carefully put it on the wrist only because this is really brand new. You should check out this watch on the website. We go a little bit early. This is a 1947 Rolex Bubbleback, also in 14 karat gold. The reference is 4777, and it has a very nice two-tone dial with applied radium numerals at 246, 8, 10, and 12. Very cool. It's a silver dial with a darker ring kind of around the applied numbers. Very cool. It has also a bezel with 5-minute indexes on it, double index at 12 o'clock. Very nice condition. These Bubblebacks have become very popular. Price-wise, they're still very attractive, but you can't really find any. Like, we hunt Bubblebacks all the time. If you've got Bubblebacks to sell, please offer us. We're very interested in nice examples. Yellow gold, 14 karat gold. I think this one's got a really cool dial layout here. We'll show some close-ups very soon. Great watch. I really love this. Bought it for a very good friend in New York. Another Oyster, this time a little bit bigger, not a little bit bigger, actually much bigger. This is a Rolex Oyster Precision 6424. This is the larger counterpart for the reference 6246, which is a 34mm Oyster Precision. This is a 36mm, so it looks really oversized. It's head only, very nice vintage condition. It has a cool feature. This watch, I believe, was 1965, so it's one of the earlier ones, and it's got a tropical dial. The tropical dial, so the initially silver dial with nice pointy indexes, has aged to a very warm, here it is, very warm champagne color, a noticeable transformation of the color of the dial. I think these Oysters are very interesting, especially the very basic ones. When they've got some nice features, they become very, very sought after, very interesting, and still not breaking anywhere close to breaking the bank. This one's also got the Dauphine hands, nicely shaped indexes, very nice overall condition. We have a generic green strap, but you can choose any strap with this watch and we'll include it in the price. Reference to this video and you'll get the price with this the strap for this watch for free. Let's get to sports models. We've got a Red Sub, and not just a Red Sub. This is a 1680 from the early 70s, 1972. It has a Mark IV dial and it has some cool features. This Red Sub has a nicely brown faded, and when I say brown, that doesn't mean I have to hold it in certain light to see the brown hues. It's brown. Very nice. The original pearl is still retained. The bezel is also sharp. The dial is, we've looped it many times, the dial is sheer flawless, incredibly clean, and has nicely patinaed lume plots, and also the hands are matching very nicely, which is not very often the case. It's the ideal case that everyone wants. The seconds, hand, hour, minute, everyone matches and blends beautifully in. The case is very strong, very sharp. I don't think it's unpolished, but it's very close. Thick. We see the original bevels on the lugs. The lug holes are very well defined and far enough from the edge of the lug to say that it's in very good condition. They've got a folded bracelet, correct period folded bracelet on it, which is very long. The flip lock here, that annoys me usually, but it's here and it's part of the watch. It's still there. Very cool watch. I think this watch is a nice medley of colors with the lume plots that are yellow, then you have the brown bezel, you have the pearl, and then you have the red text for the Red Submariner. We haven't seen one in a long time like this. We really like this watch. Have a look and request photos or videos for this watch. Happy to provide it to you in sunlight because the watch looks really dope. Let's get to a pair of very cool Daytonas. Daytonas, we're talking 16520 Zenith Daytonas. Quick overview, they were launched in 1988 and made for a production run of approximately 12 years, discontinued in the year 2000. They had a modified El Primero movement in, which has become legendary. It's very collectible and very wearable because this represented the first automatic Daytona for Rolex. They used the movement from El Primero. Legend. The first one, this is a W series 1994-1995 black dial Patrizzi Daytona. Very cool condition, nice case. The bracelet is in good shape, very well retained. We bought this watch from a very serious collector. All the looms are original, the hands are matching original, and the color of the sub dials is to die for. Again, we don't need a shade or anything to see that the color is brown. Maybe you can see it here. It's really chocolate brown, and it's very consistent, like we want to find a Patrizzi. Very strong watch, very cool condition. The color is to die for. You might have seen this on the website, but this one you haven't seen. This is the first series, the R series Rolex Daytona 16520 with a porcelain dial. You've heard right, porcelain dial. It is part of the first batch of the production of the 16520. They are already on the market from collectors. They're differentiated between R4, R5, R6. I believe this is the starting of the serial number, and this is an R9 with the floating cosmograph on the dial. Condition, dial is absolutely flawless. The cool thing on this one is because the dial is porcelain, the print on it looks like a lacquer layer and has almost like a 3D feel when you watch this. When you look at the dial closely, especially in the lighting, you see that the print is almost like a little bit shiny. Original hands, looms, flawless, floating cosmograph. Oh, another special important detail, the watch is correctly configured with the original batch bezel, which is calibrated to 200 kilometers per hour. Later examples are calibrated to 400 kilometers per hour, as here. The correct bezel configuration. Now the next thing on this watch, we know the 16520 mostly is seen with these center links, the polished center link bracelet, which is the later variant of this one. This is the full matte bracelet with the long clasp. You see there's a difference in the clasp too. Here, this is the waffle clasp, the short sports model clasp. This is the regular long clasp. This is absolutely 100% correct in the right configuration for a porcelain Daytona. This is a Grail watch, correctly marked, and the edges are very sharp. Part of the original caseback sticker is still present. Very sharp, very prominent, very clean watch. Also the bezel engravings are really well retained. This watch comes with the original box with the sticker, some booklets. Sadly, we do not have the original papers, but with this watch, you don't need papers. You've got one of the best examples of a porcelain Daytona right here on the wrist. That was it for today's review. We've got a lot of more watches which means that you're going to see a next collection review very soon. Share it with your friends, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.